Hey guys, what's up? Let's do an overnight betting preview video. We haven't done one of these in a while. I kind of like tomorrow night's matchup, so I decided to take an early look and share my thoughts with you guys on tomorrow's games. Let's take a look at the first game of the schedule. Memphis at Miami. Miami is a 3.5 point favorite. I had Miami favored by 3. Line is fairly accurate, half point higher than my estimate. The Miami Heat guys, inconsistent all season long. I'm actually kind of surprised that they're 37 and 33 on the season, above 500. Just the general feeling you get when you think of the Miami Heat is inconsistently bad losses and just overall not good basketball. They are holding on though. They're currently seventh, just 2.5 games behind the Brooklyn Nets for a spot that leads directly into the playoffs without having to play any play-in games. The Nets lost tonight in Oklahoma City, so this will give them an opportunity tomorrow to make up some ground, get closer to that sixth spot. Miami, though, guys, very, very inconsistent. Kyle Lowry's listed as questionable for tomorrow's game. Kyle Lowry, ever since he's been back, a couple games now, he's coming off the bench. It looks like he will continue playing off the bench. Memphis, guys, has been playing very, very good basketball. They're on a 3-game winning streak. Took a sole position of second place in the West. Now they are 4 games behind Denver. Denver that's on a 4-game losing streak. They lost tonight again to Toronto. Memphis does have an opportunity to gain some ground over there. I don't think they'll be able to catch Denver, but second place is very important. We'll give them a home court advantage until the Western Conference Finals if they make it that far. Been playing very well, as I just mentioned. 3 straight wins for the Memphis Grizzlies against the Warriors and the Mavericks on a back-to-back set. Playing pretty well. In tomorrow's game, guys, of course, Miami, the sense of urgency will definitely be there more for them. Memphis, we know, is not that strong also on the road. I would give my nod to Miami in this game to win. But guys, like I said, very inconsistent ball club. It is very tough to bet on Miami, especially when they are favorites. The lean, possibly, if I had to make a decision, I'd probably take a lean on a play with Miami in this game. Next game, Philadelphia at Cleveland. Philadelphia is a 2-point favorite on the overnight line. I had Philadelphia favored by 3. A pretty short line, guys, if you take into consideration that Cleveland is going to be on the second night of a back-to-back. They were in Charlotte tonight, got an easy win. Fortunately, they took care of that game rather early. The first half, the starters didn't have to play too many minutes. Donovan Mitchell was held out of this game. Most likely looking ahead to tomorrow's game against the Sixers, probably wanted to keep him fresh. Jarrett Allen will not be playing tomorrow. That's kind of a blow for Cleveland, especially who's going to get the assignment on Joel Embiid. Jarrett Allen is their starting center. That will be a problem in tomorrow night's game. The line, guys, is rather short though. Cleveland is very, very good at home. I don't know what I make out of this. I don't know. Maybe I would lean with Cleveland. And guys, it might be the second night of a back-to-back, but something that I remember that I heard Paul George mention in a podcast that he did with JJ Redick. He said when he was younger, he used to love playing on the second night of back-to-backs. He didn't feel the tired legs. Actually, he felt like he was getting a rhythm. And we all know Cleveland, guys, has a lot of young players. Their main core is a bunch of young players. Plus Donovan Mitchell is rested. So I don't think the second night fatigue factor will play any role in for Cleveland. I think Donovan Mitchell plays. I kind of like him in tomorrow's game. I'm probably going to be leaning with a play here with Cleveland. As tough as it looks, Philly's been playing very good basketball. The lean is probably on Cleveland in this game. Next game, Boston at Minnesota. Boston is a 4.5-point favorite. I had Boston favored by 4. Boston, guys, what can you say? They lost to the Houston Rockets in their last game. How can anybody lose to the Houston Rockets? Anybody that wants to consider themselves as a contender to win the NBA title. It happened. What can you say? They just completely came out flat, played with no sense of urgency. And Houston, guys, the G League team, got the W. Boston was actually, I think, a 13.5 point favorite on the road. Just some incredible stuff. Jason Tatum missed a wide open layup to send the game to overtime. Boston, guys, is reeling. I did not like the body language. They just looked like they were just completely out of sorts. And if you look at the standings, guys, they they were first for the majority of the season. Milwaukee now has taken a comfortable lead, 3 games. They're up 3 games now. They've separated themselves. And Philly, guys, is actually just they have the same amount of losses, 22 losses, and Philly has played 2 less games. They're going to need this game tomorrow, but guys, I don't like the way they've been playing. I don't like the way they've been playing, and I don't like their body language. Minnesota snapped out of their losing streak. They got a huge win in Atlanta from start to finish, wire to wire. The team looked great, lots of energy, and I really like what they put on the floor. Minnesota, we know, is a team, guys, that likes. They are a trendy team. When they get hot, they continue playing good basketball. When they downtrend, they suck. From what I saw, guys, the team looks like a possible uptrend could be in the making. I am leaning actually very heavily as of now with a play on Minnesota. I think a lot of people will be chasing Boston to bounce back and win, but I really didn't like what I saw with them in the game against Houston, guys. I'm going to be leaning heavily with the Timberwolves in tomorrow's game. Minnesota with the 4.5. Next game, Lakers at Houston. Lakers are a 1.5 point favorite. I had the Lakers favored by 4.5. When I first saw this line, I was like, what the fuck is going on? A 1.5 points? Okay, guys, I know the Houston Rockets beat the Celtics, but they're not all of a sudden going to turn into gangbusters. So I had to look a little deeper. I had to look at the injury report. And what I saw is that the Lakers are going to hold Anthony Davis out of tomorrow night's game. The reason for this low line, Lakers still a favorite, rightfully so in my opinion. Guys, I think that the way they played tonight against New Orleans, I think the rest of the team is still way superior to the Houston Rockets. Team didn't log a lot of minutes. Actually, a lot of bench players got a lot of time. Minutes got spread around. Lakers looked fantastic tonight. I'm going to be looking for them to go in there and destroy the Houston Rockets again tomorrow. This line, guys, is very short. It is kind of scary when you think to yourself. When I think to myself, why are the books giving such a low line? I think the reason is because Houston did beat Boston the other night, and the Lakers are going to be playing without Anthony Davis. I would like this line to look a little bit higher. I do expect it to be a little higher tomorrow, even though Anthony Davis isn't playing. But we'll look at it again tomorrow. Right now, if I were to make a play, I'd have to go with the Lakers, even though. If they ended up losing and I'd feel like a square, I'd still end up doing it. Next game, guys, Sacramento at Chicago. Sacramento is a 1 point favorite. I had Sacramento also favored by 1. Line is accurate. Sacramento lost their last game at home to the Milwaukee Bucks. On the road now, the Sacramento Kings, guys, very, very impressive ball club. I definitely did not. I don't know if anybody expected them to be third place in the Western Conference after 67 games played, but here we are, guys. Mike Brown, they're talking about him being the coach of the year. Why not? Team has definitely overachieved. I've heard some interviews from the players. They're very happy playing for him. So things are looking great. Chicago, guys, they are in a hunt to make the play-in tournament. They are 31-36. Washington 32-37 in the 10th spot. They won tonight big at home against Detroit. Chicago needs all the wins they can get. They're on a 2-game winning streak. I kind of like Chicago at home. I am leaning towards a play with Chicago here, but I have to look at this a little closer again tomorrow. Next game, Dallas at San Antonio. Dallas is a 5.5 point favorite. I had Dallas favored by 6. Dallas, guys, we know has been an absolute train wreck ever since the trade that brought Kyrie Irving over. For some reason, the team just can't find the chemistry, just can't find their way towards some W's. The team has really been struggling. Obviously, guys, when we look at Dallas, we have to look at the injury report. And from what I see here, Christian Wood, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Kyrie Irving are listed as questionable. Luka is not going to play again tomorrow. They're holding him out some more. Dallas is in desperate need of wins, guys. Desperate need of wins. But only a madman, in my opinion, could bet the Mavs with this 5.5. Even though San Antonio is going to be on the second night of back-to-back, and they do suck balls. They are a terrible ball club. Tonight, they did beat the Orlando Magic comfortably. There are no pushovers, guys. If they decide to play, you just never know. When is Coach Pop going to decide to get his players to hunt for the W? And when is he going to rest them and look to continue his tank jobs? What can you say? This is a very, very tough match. I got to look at the injury report, like we said, for tomorrow for Dallas. If anything, I don't expect Dallas to lose this game, even though, of course, anything can happen. We just saw the Houston Rockets beat the Celtics the other night. But Dallas, guys, is in desperation mode. I do expect them to get the W. The game might be close, though. No lean here, guys. No lean. It's just too risky. Last game of the night, Golden State at the Clippers. Clippers are 2.5-point favorites. I had the Clippers favored by 3.5. This is a point lower than my estimate. Golden State, guys. Golden State won a couple straight. We know they are fantastic at home. 29-7 at home. Blew out the Phoenix Suns in their last game. On the road, guys, they're just 7-26. Just absolutely brutal for the defending champs. I don't know if I've seen this ever. A defending championship team being this poor the next season on the road. Just 7-26. The Clippers have won 3 straight. They're starting to get things working with Russell Westbrook and the new players getting into the ball club. This is going to be a very nice game tomorrow. This is probably going to be the most entertaining game, I think, out of tomorrow's slate. The 5th and 6th place teams in the Western Conference. Guys, I know the Clippers are rightfully so the favorite in this game, and the Warriors, like I mentioned, very, very poor on the road. But for some reason, I kind of like the basketball they played in the last couple of games. And Jonathan Kuminga, they're most likely going to be getting him back tomorrow. They need those extra bodies off the bench. I think the matchups in this game, if the Clippers and the Warriors go into a shootout, we know who the favorite could be in this game. I'm actually going to possibly take a risk and go with the Warriors in tomorrow's game. So yeah, guys, this is what we have for tomorrow. This is the overnight betting preview for tomorrow night's games. The two leans, actually the two games that I'm really looking at as of now, and I'm really going to pay more attention to them tomorrow, are Minnesota with the plus 4.5. This is actually a very, very heavy lean, guys, for me. This is almost a guaranteed play for me tomorrow. And I'm also looking at Golden State with the plus 2.5. These are my 2 early leans as of now. Obviously, still very, very early. We don't know who's going to be in and out of tomorrow's games. The injury report, very, very important this season. And plus the Lions, I don't expect the Lions also to look like this again tomorrow. We will take another look, but these are my early leans and my thoughts for all the games tomorrow. And with that being said, guys, I am going to cut this video right here. I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Have a good rest. Later.